So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
And this is their third drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They run, Devontae Freeman. It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on third down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play. They got his man complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff here.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Gave a glimpse of his quick feet. And then taken down right at the 30. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. To throw here. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back at the 23. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. They'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up first and goal.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Again, it'll be Freeman. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. And the slot man goes in motion left. A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. Pressure brought in. Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett able to drop him for a loss of 4. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response.
Let's go. Tiger.
Diggs going in motion right. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Let's go.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Third and long for Bridgewater. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Lorenzo Malden. He's the one to get in this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. An update from Buffalo. The Bills have taken the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, let's go. Over.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Falcons on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is third down and 12. On play action, they'll throw. Dancing to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a second down.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. Opening week in the NFL is an exciting time for everybody, including these two teams here today. It's the Falcons going up against the Vikings.
EA Sports coverage takes us to one of the newest jewels on the NFL landscape, US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Minnesota Vikings. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. And now a high kick, but he hit it straight up. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here first. First and 10. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 53 yards. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Offense readies for a 2nd and 1. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They run it again with Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Let's go.
Now Cook running right. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Get ready. Wait, 90. Force. Shift. Dagger. I got him. On me.
They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. Now he's flushed out left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Now a play fake here on first down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. A first carry for the tailback, Devontae Freeman. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A 4-yard pickup that gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on 3rd down.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, here we go. Blue 90.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll set up a throw. Eluding the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Samson Ebukam in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And the wideout in motion. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Play action now. Bridgewater. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They just do get the play off. Now Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. Third down here.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Third down, Bridgewater. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Takk McKinley with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt. Leads to a return of 5. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. And here now come the Falcons. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
On second down, Freeman. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
And he better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Second down following the incompletion. Back to throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a third-day selection. Anyone after the fourth round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
And some room to work. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Bridgewater on first down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with a... They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Takk McKinley in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's Ryan Quigley now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They run from the pistol here with Freeman. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Taken in at the 11. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out comes Minnesota. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And now they'll try the end around. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here we go now. No, Jack,
He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Freeman again. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now they try the right side here. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's into the clear. 30, 10, touchdown, Vikings. Tyler Varga with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Vikings have taken the lead. And a nice little start to the career for the rookie here, hitting the end zone in week 1 of his career.
And that's a true welcome to the NFL moment, isn't it? The one that you actually like. A lot of times it's that big hit from a linebacker that says, all right, Rook, here you are. But when you're able to put it in the end zone and feel that sense of accomplishment, that usually fuels you towards doing it many more times in your career.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. More from Minneapolis after this. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Anthony Barr. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And now out comes Minnesota. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. A first down throw for Bridgewater. Going deep for Diggs. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route there for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. From the gun, Bridgewater. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
I know we can't do a mind meld and really know exactly what he was thinking, but I didn't see an open receiver there. Maybe, possibly, he did that on purpose and just overthrew him.
Yeah, coverage was good, so maybe indeed that was another way to throw it away, if you will. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Atlanta now coming out on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Snapper. Snapper. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Freeman at tailback. He's got it running left. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The Falcons on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Going up top. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
They've gone to the second quarter in Buffalo, and it's the Browns out to the early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And now out comes Minnesota. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Let's go.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll send you down to Orlando where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Shift together here from the D-line. Now they try the right side here. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Back to the ground. This time Cook. Cook stripped. The ball's out. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Back there, let's go. Here we go. Over.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here we go.
Running running right. This is Freeman. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, so much for halftime adjustments. They still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around a little bit.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is knocked down from the side. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Bridgewater now on 2nd down. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know, all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. 2nd down, Bridgewater. Buying time to his left. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A very solid gain of 27. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Left side, Cook. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Let's go. Way 90.
And to give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Bridgewater to throw it. Forced it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Deion Jones coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Elsewhere, 2nd half is underway up in Orchard Park. And that is now a 2-touchdown lead for the Browns in that game. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 61 yards.
Not the tallest receiver on the field, but he just shouted to admit that the little guy can't go downfield and make a big-time catch on a deep pass, because sometimes they'll just out-scrap you for the football.
Handoff, Devontae Freeman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready. Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards.
Let's go. All right, now, look at 56. Watching that body, 40. All right, watching that body, 40.
Coming left, it's Freeman. Freeman a 1st down and more. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Falcons have broken our tie. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the 3rd at MetLife Stadium. And the Colts have opened it up a bit, leading by 2 scores. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. On the return, here's Tyler Varga. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They go play action. Bridgewater. He sets to fire deep. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 29. The young connection hook up there. Bridgewater to Diggs. 41 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall at the 18-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Again, it's Cook. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4.
Let's go.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. The 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen. His 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he'll bang that one through. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Looking to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to do with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Here we go now. No. Check. Patriots.
They'll set up to throw. Being chased out left. Finding Gabriel complete. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit at the 33. They give him 12 yards and a 1st down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Leopard. All right, here we go. Charge. Set. No. Check. Patriot. Leopard. Here we go now. Green 39.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Tie game late, and the offense really has to be conscious of the clock here as it's becoming a factor late in this ball game. They'll look to throw here. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Falcons. Austin Hooper, 72 yards. And the Falcons have broken our tie. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And now out comes Minnesota. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Bridgewater. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. The slot man in motion right. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Tech McKinley in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. That's another great play to come away with the football.
handoff. It's Freeman. And now running right through it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. And he slides to avoid the hit. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 2. This is Logan, and he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. A 4th quarter score from the Meadowlands. And emerging victorious, the Colts. A win would be their first of the young season. And out now come the Vikings. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line.
Let's go.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. 3rd and long now after the sack. And we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. 2 huge plays there down the stretch. The sack on 2nd down. Now they force the incompletion. That's going to lead to a do-or-die 4th down.
And they look like they've got the confidence right now that no matter what gets thrown against them, whatever play gets run, they have the ability to shut it down. They are just brimming with it right now.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. In motion, Anunwa. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is taken in at the 5. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Oh, that's a big pickup right there. That play might have saved them. Now they got to get up to the line of scrimmage quick. They've got to spike it.
And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season, we get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Falcons, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they will head home next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on.
And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. And the drive will start with a carry by LaDainian Tomlinson. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
That's a football play right there. That takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right. Get it to your back. Get a lot of people out in front. Control the line of scrimmage. Wide receivers blocking downfield. It almost feels like half the crowd is in. Front of him, getting it down to the secondary. They have a tough time getting him down. That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
That's a lot of beef thundering downfield off of the toss play, and it takes me back to when I was a kid and watching USC play. Remember the old toss that they ran? They used to call student body right or student body left because everyone was out in front of the ball carrier. In fact, one of their favorite plays, it was called rose stem right or rose stem left, depending on the formation. 28 toss. The 28 toss was their bread and butter.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now the Bills will take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 3rd down, LaDainian Tomlinson. Broken tackle. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Here we go.
They'll run Tomlinson. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't it? We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball in the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And Bourbon Street, it'll be alive tonight. The Saints have won it. All right, the challenge is in front of you. Do you accept it? I hope so. Keep the game on. Play the challenge. It's Solo Challenge, Madden Ultimate Team. And on second down, the offense gets ready to rock. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. It's complete to Brown, right side. That one goes for 24 yards. Tell you what. And now the offense getting ready on second down. To throw again is Roethlisberger. Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coaches step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down, it's Tomlinson. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. The Saints on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll look for the first with Tomlinson. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they will take a knee here. The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. This offense so far on third down, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and goal.
Here we go. 1, 9, behind.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So on now comes the kicker. It's Jason Myers. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. And that does it for this Madden Ultimate Team Solo Challenge. You did it. You defeated it. Congratulations. We'll see you next time. All right, so the challenge is laid out in front of you. Can you complete it? We're about to find out. Solo challenge, Madden Ultimate Team time. Let's go. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Runs through the contact. Room here to run. Michael Vick, he's going to go. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Vick, an even 90 yards. And the Saints, if they convert the extra point, they'll have the lead. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
I'm guessing, partner, that if we're in the huddle with the Patriots right now, there's not a single guy that thinks they have any chance of coming back in this one, especially now with Tom Brady.
Yeah, who's Tom Brady? What's he done in the past as far as comebacks are concerned? They're down right now, but that can evaporate quickly with him in the huddle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily.
Welcome back live to Orlando. And we've got a dandy here. A one-point game as we begin the fourth. On second down, here's Brady. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And oh, he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Saints.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And they'll run with LT to begin the drive. Ooh, with a juke. And now running right through it. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They toss it to Tomlinson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. The Saints on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Tomlinson. Give him 2 on the play there. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. The pitch to Tomlinson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. So that does it. Put this one in the books. A successful Madden Ultimate Team solo challenge. See you next time.
Hello, everybody. Larry Ridley welcoming you to Madden Ultimate Team. It's the NFL on EA Sports. On deck, we've got a great matchup in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Los Angeles Rams. The Saints come into this challenge game knowing that they're in for a dogfight. And you can bet the coaching staff will be preaching all the buzzwords: intensity, effort, execution. They'll need them all and more if they want to get out of here with a W. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth. So we turn it over to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
And hello again, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin here in the booth. And, Chuck, you take a look at this matchup. I don't know if it's going to be one in the trenches from the quarterbacks out, whatever. It's going to be a good game.
Oh, without a doubt. I can't wait to see the big fellas have an impact. We're always spotlighting those wide receivers and quarterbacks and running backs and even the defense. defensive backs. But the big guys, I can't wait to see which one tilts the balance for their team.
First down and 10 now for the Saints offense as they get ready.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back them up 5.
Still first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going for the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. If you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got a man complete. And they finally get him down at the other 46. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 42 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. Breaks the tackle now with Allen. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. He's hit on his one earlier attempt tonight, but this a little more pressure-packed for the win. And he got it! The kick is gone, and a fantastic finish here on a Monday night. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. First throw in overtime for Goff. And this is going to be incomplete. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
That's taken on the 25. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. A partner, great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make
Larry Ridley here in our Orlando studios, getting you set for this edition of Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. The Saints are going to take the field here tonight with the eyes of the nation squarely on them. It's a nationally televised night game, so they'll have a chance to show the country what this team is made of. So with that, let's get you out to the stadium. Standing by tonight are our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And hi again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at our matchup here. You've got to believe that this is a game that might be won in the trenches.
Oh, without question. This is big person on big person, big unit against big unit.
Meat on meat.
Oh, you got it all. Pick your cliche, but we know this. The ground's going to shake, things are going to rumble, and they're going to have an impact on today's game.
Tomlinson again, a first down carry. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And as the fourth quarter winds down here, we're all even.
And no one wants this game to extend. They want to go ahead and win it right now.
A toss play left to LaDainian Tomlinson. And now running right through it.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Now a toss right. This is Tomlinson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And his kick is indeed good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's
All right, your challenge awaits. Can you fulfill that solo challenge? Time to find out. It is indeed the solo challenge, and it's Madden Ultimate Team time. the offense will look to convert on third down.
Here we go.
Following the fumble recovery, Cunningham. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard. And the offense gets set here for a third down play.
Come on, let's go.
Following the fumble recovery, Cunningham. Now a desperation throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play for the Saints on third down. 46 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you...
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. 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 I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
This fielded at the 2. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through it at the 21-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. The protection really holding up that time. That's what you want in the 2-minute drill, but the coverage equally as good.
Yeah, I tell you, it was protection both sides, right? Get it for the quarterback, make sure you have time to throw the football, and he did. Plenty of time, but nowhere to go with it downfield. So the coverage, as you noted, terrific.
He's going to let it fly. And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Brady to throw. Right side, that's complete to Gronkowski. Oh, no, he lost the football. Does the big boy have the juice? The 20, 10, 5. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Pass, offense.
Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
From the 4-yard line, it's 1st and goal now. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
All right, nice job. I believe that is challenge met and defeated from where I sit. Congratulations. Good job on this Madden Ultimate Team solo challenge.